Hello Libra, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. Wow, Libra, a lot of heartache and pain. There's so much distance between the both of you. Crickets. Darn rats. Sometimes it's for the best, Libra. I know it sounds weird, but many years down the road you will notice and think, wow, how did I even survive that? Why did this person make me go through all that? I wonder. Some of you may have been in a relationship in the past. This could be also a current relationship. For some of you, it could be a situationship. And for a small portion of you, this could be somebody that you've met, who is your past life, spiritual connection. You have a whole lot of energy, but no one's really speaking up. Absolutely. A lot of energy, spiritual connection. Wow. So essentially, you have basically freaked this person out. They're finding it very challenging, the type of connection that they have with you. It's very different, very unique, very new for them. My method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. We have here boundaries, followed by challenge, illness, wellness, abundance, beauty, mystery, ecstasy, power, followed by embracing the shadow under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Libra, the connection that I have with you, right now there is no connection because there is distance. I have put up my boundaries, and there's a reason for that. I don't want to be emotionally vulnerable. Being with you, that's what I feel. I feel emotionally vulnerable. My dear Libra, the connection that I have with you, I know it's very strong, and I feel it too. But I have also put up my boundaries. And these boundaries that I've put up, I do it because I don't want to be vulnerable. I don't want to be vulnerable, and I don't want to be weak in the knees. So I put up my boundaries, and I keep my distance from you. I also feel that in this connection, there is this challenge. The challenge that I feel is, it's great, it's too much. The connection itself has become very challenging for me. What I feel is this is now a problem to which a solution cannot be found. A mystery that just can't be solved. It's so complicated, and it's so difficult, that I actually have to put up boundaries because I don't know how to deal with it. The easiest thing for me is to put up boundaries. It is also the most cowardly thing to do. I know that. But I'd rather be that coward because I don't know how to handle this. I feel that in this connection there are a lot of things weighing me down below the surface. They weigh me down, and I stay down. And I find it difficult to release myself from this energy. And I see you as the sun shining so bright above the surface of this water. But I just can't make it there. The circumstances that I'm in, they weigh me down. They pull me down below the surface of this water. I feel trapped. I feel depressed. There's a sense of desperation and despair. Trauma and emotional trauma, that is what weighs me down. Burdens, responsibilities, restrictions, constraints. It's very difficult for me to move on. I don't know how I can be a better person, a better individual. I find it difficult. I'm not sure how I can actually move forward in this connection. I also feel there's a sense of abundance. I feel as if I'm not good enough. Financially, I want to be that person who can materialistically give you everything, can always be there for you, somebody who is wise, but I don't think I can because that is not who I am. I also feel upset because there's a lack of security in my life. I feel very insecure and not good enough. I feel unworthy. And I see you as somebody who is very, very beautiful. Somebody who, when I look in the looking glass, you know what it is that I see. I don't like what I see. I don't like who I am. But I do like you when I see your shining face. For me, you are the sun. The brilliance of it, the vibration of it, it resonates. And you are one with nature. And yet, when I see myself through the looking glass, then you show me I don't like what I see. I don't like who I am. This is why it's a challenge, and now I also understand that you and we have a spiritual bond together somehow. It's a very strong bond. The bond that I feel with you is, not only is it spiritual, but it feels immense. It feels intense. This is something that I find difficult to let go of. I question the universe now. Why is it that you are in my life? Why now? Why not before? Why not long ago? With you, I feel a sense of belonging, where I belong to you and you belong to me, and I feel so comfortable with you, as if I've known you from before. It's a strange feeling. I also feel that in this connection, there is a lot of desire. And the desire and the unconditional love, I don't know where that comes from. I can feel your energy when you're not there. I can smell your scent, though you're not there. And I miss you. I sometimes feel that my soul misses you. But this feeling is very challenging for me, which is why I have boundaries up. I know that there's certain things in my life that have happened where there is this eternal bliss on the inside. My soul feels happy. I find it difficult to be that individual. Who can ignore that? I can't ignore that. I do feel on the inside very, very happy spiritually in this connection. There's a part of me that is very, very tempted by you. I feel powerless, and you are somebody who is very powerful. You have this way of making me feel tempted, emotionally vulnerable and weak in the knees. I find it difficult to keep away. Overall, you have seen a side of me that was very impulsive, compulsive, and aggressive. a side of me that I am not proud of, and I did not really want to show anybody this side, but it is a part of who I am. And it makes me who I am, even though it is a dark and dreary side, a shadowy side. I want you to be a part of that, and I want you to embrace that part of me, because it is what makes me who I am. I understand if you feel uncomfortable. I know that you probably do. And that is why the situation needs to change. Right now, it is very difficult for me to engage in this connection with you because there is a whole lot of awkwardness, and the feelings are very uncomfortable. This is why it's easy for me to put up boundaries, simply because I cannot face, I cannot deal with the challenge that is being put in front of me. I just don't know what to do. And because I don't know what to do, I put up a wall and I ignore it. Out of sight, out of mind. All right, Libra. Sorry, I do have a little bit of congestion still. Comes and goes all the time, doesn't it? Allergic to almost everything nowadays. Okay. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that are a bit on the dark and dreary side, but really, honestly, this person does have a spiritual connection with you. It's just that it's become so intense. They are completely confused and they do not know what to do, and they've just put up these boundaries. Honestly, it's not fair. It's not right. It's not the right thing to do. But this person does not know how to handle the situation. It's challenging, so they put up the boundaries. Things are very awkward because it's a past life spiritual connection. You guys could have a past life. This could be a future life. Either case, it basically focuses on a spiritual connection that the both of you have. You could be soulmates, twin flames, karmic partners, maybe even more. Those are the top 3 that I've seen that are the most intense. Money might be an issue here as well. Somebody might not feel equipped. Somebody here might not feel good enough. They may feel unworthy. But money has something to do with this too. Now, if it's not money, it could be just simple materialistic gain or just a sense of security, wanting to settle down, but not being able to settle down. Here, with the illness wellness card, it also talks about wanting to be with you, but unable to do so because of the circumstances that this person is in. They are stuck in a certain set of circumstances and they cannot release themselves from it. They find it very, very challenging and very difficult releasing themselves from that. All right, let's have a look. I have here the Lover's Path Tarot. The first set of cards I just saw, that is the current status of the situation. And here we have 2 cards that are popping out. So this is for those of you that may have gone through the situation and you feel this person just never really gave you any sense of closure. There's no closure. They may have abandoned you. They may have, I'm getting the word tricked you, trickster behavior. Sneaky trickster behavior. They did something behind your back they didn't tell you. I'm also getting the word betrayal. Basically what it comes down to is your person of interest did not give you closure. They may have just faded over time. They may have discontinued the amount of times they message you. They don't talk to you as much. They may have taken you for granted. They also may have just simply abandoned you. So this is for those of you that have been wondering this entire time what the hell happened, because I can clearly see your person of interest was really affected by something. Now, what was that? Here, I read this deck in the reverse, and there are a few cards here. Well, not a few, but the cards that I'm seeing here, they do have a lot of meaning. So hopefully this will provide you with some understanding. These are the concerns, these are the issues that your person of interest was going through. Things that they just did not tell you. Or maybe they did. Seven of Arrows. Seven of Arrows talks about at some point in time how your person of interest, because of what they did, they felt very defensive. There was a lot of caution, and there was a need for self-protection. Yes, the words here are feeling vulnerable. Feeling vulnerable. Remember, why did I say this person has that issue where they have put up those boundaries? First card is the strongest. They don't want to feel vulnerable. But in the past, because this is the past a little bit, they were feeling vulnerable, and it was only after that that they decided to put up this wall. They felt vulnerable. The ability to defend oneself in a difficult situation was needed. There was also need for caution and examination. Eventually, your person of interest started to feel very paranoid. There was paranoia. They were feeling defensive. They were even feeling guilty. And there was a denying of the need for protection. I'm getting something here to do with money. They were paranoid because you were going to find out their little secret or their scheme. They were feeling defensive and they were feeling guilty. Guilty, something to do with settling down. Maybe they've moved in with you. Maybe they were saying, I'm going to look for a job while I'm, sitting on your sofa. Something here happened, and there's a feeling of guilt. This is one of the reasons why your person of interest decided to keep their distance, because they actually grew a conscience. Yay! They became a person, and they actually thought, you know what? This is absolutely wrong. I can't do this. I can't do this to Libra. But they were also starting to deny the need for any sort of protection. So they were paranoid, and they were feeling defensive, and they were feeling guilty. We also have here Justice. Two major arcana, Justice and Desire. Interesting. Justice here talks about, and this is in the reverse, a lack of justice, a lack of wisdom, a lack of fairness, and emotional detachment. Here, there was frustrations with bureaucracies and organizations. There was a sense of impatience. The appearance of this card shows that this is a temporary situation and things will get better. Need for a more detached viewpoint of a troublesome situation that was needed. So what I'm seeing here with the Justice card, your person of interest was having issues with the way tradition is, bureaucracies or organizations. They were very impatient. With this card, usually it talks about how one has to impress a society or a friend circle or a family circle. They have to go according to what it is in their customs, their rituals, their traditions. They just didn't want to be the black sheep. They didn't want to be that. They didn't want to be the odd one out. Nope. They wanted to be part of the team the way everybody does it. But they did not know that when they would get into this connection, it would be such a deep-rooted connection that they were not able to, in fact, detach their emotions. What I'm seeing here is, in this connection, they were trying to do things not for themselves, but they were trying to do things for other people. So remember how you had the illness wellness card? That card also talks to me about how there's circumstances around this individual that they don't have any control over. There are some people that are in relationships and their family, their friends, they have a big say in the matter. And they do believe in them because they trust them, they love them. But sometimes there's certain people that may not give the right kind of advice, or there may be fear that somebody will judge me. This is something that this person was feeling and thinking. They also were thinking, regarding that abundance card that you had, that sense of wanting to settle down, maybe having some sort of security or money or something like that, anything that's tangible. They did not have that, and they started to feel really guilty because they may have been using you and basically misusing your good nature. Yeah, I see that here. Desire. Okay. This is a pretty big card. This talks about a lack of movement, not really feeling that there is any sort of fate or destiny, not really wanting to transition or change. Your person of interest here was being pulled by desire, movement that was needed into the next phase of life. If this person was feeling impatient, the card suggests, they didn't have to. There's no need to worry, because transitions would have gone smoothly. In the reverse, it talks about impatience, how this person was impatient. Now, interesting, we had that before too. A feeling of impatience and frustration, not being able to do something that an individual wants to do. We have here trapped by desires that feel unquenchable, inconvenient timing, disregard to the insensitivities or to the portents around yourself. This is interesting. Impatience and trapped by desires that feel unquenchable. So this does mean there was a whole lot of sexual attraction here, and no matter how many times they had you, it just was never enough. Here, the timing was inconvenient. This could mean it might be a third-party situation. This might also mean that regarding those bureaucracies and those organizations, if somebody found out that somebody was with someone and they're not supposed to be with that person, remember I had trickster and secrecy before I was feeling that, somebody here could have gotten into trouble, and they did not want that, so they took a step back. Here, your person of interest had a lot of lustful thoughts and feelings towards you, and what they wanted to do was just stay in that state and not truly move on when it came to like a commitment, right? They were feeling very much in the state of passion, of lust, and that's what they had put up against that wall. That wall is there, that this is where it's going to stay. There's no penetrating of emotions. Nothing is going to come through. And that's why this person put up those boundaries in that wall. Unfortunately, I'm seeing an individual who was in this connection just for the sake of being in a connection. They were being influenced by others. They did not know what it is that they wanted. They were afraid of love, and they decided to put up these boundaries. Simply because they were impatient and they did not know what they wanted. They knew what they wanted. They knew that they wanted lust and passion. But what they didn't want was the type of relationship that you wanted. Unfortunately, their decision was also based on what other people were feeling and thinking towards them. This is a very complicated situation. I don't even know if it's worth you being with somebody like this now. This is just a general love reading, guys, right? That's just me saying it because it's a general love reading. Of course, I need to do private in order to give you, accurate advice. But seeing the way this person is, they're selfish in a way, but they're also depending on others to give them that sort of advice. They're listening to others for that sort of advice. You can't be with an individual that's not really going to be thinking for themselves. I understand tradition. I mean, I myself, I'm East Indian, right? I understand that totally. But something's going on here where somebody was misusing and putting on this mask and acting as if they really, really adore you and love you, and yet they were using you, and then all of a sudden, boom, they just cut it off. Why? Oh, my family doesn't like you. Or something like that. Like something here has happened where they feel unworthy of you. They feel unworthy of you, okay? They feel that you're up here and they are down here. That's the problem. The problem is they feel this disconnect, and they feel that somebody else is also in this bubble. It's not just the both of you. There's other factors, okay, that are involved. The factors could be maybe this person doesn't feel worthy because they're not settled financially. It could be. And maybe the organizations or bureaucracies, it's the family or it's the company that's saying, no, you can't be with this person because of such and such reason. There are a variety of reasons here, but I definitely see that there's external sources that are kind of like stopping this. External factors, not sources, but external forces, that's what I meant to say, that are stopping this from happening. An individual who's unable to make up their own mind, who is nervous, who's afraid, and because it's such a different situation, they just decided to put up a wall and to keep that distance. I do see that. Let's have a look at the Beginner's Tarot. We have here the Four of Swords followed by the Six of Cups. Interesting. Then we have the King of Cups followed by the Seven of Wands. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have here the Six of Wands. So first off, with the Four of Swords, this does talk about a heartbreak that happened with the Three of Swords. They are taking a step back and now they are in the hermit mode almost. They have retreated. They have forced themselves into isolation, forced themselves into loneliness, not knowing what to do, not knowing how to move forward in this connection. They feel as if they need to take a step back and detach from the everyday world in order to regain balance so that they know what is right, what is wrong, how should I do this, how should I move forward. Why are they even thinking about this? Because in their mindset, something's different now, Libra. The distance that they have put up, now this is getting good, okay? The distance that they put up is now starting to have a negative effect on them because the result of it is them missing you. And that's exactly what happens when someone here pulls away. With the Six of Cups, there are memories from the past. There are memories from the past that this person misses. There's childhood memories, but also the memories that they have had with you. The first touch, the first kiss, the first glance, that sort of thing. That innocence that used to exist back then. The first few times you guys had met. This is something that this person now is wanting to revisit, wanting to relive, and also they are missing it. This is why they are in recluse. This is why they have made this sort of plan in a way where they're going to take a step back. And all of a sudden when they take a step back, the only thing that they can think about is you, Libra, which is really sweet. And then we have here, how are they coming up? Resurrecting here like a king. Excellent. And this is the King of Cups. Now remember, we had desire before, right? A lot of passion, a lot of lust. In addition to that now, trickling through, this person's a human. It's not a robot. It's not AI. This person will eventually have love because there is so much struggle. There is that past life spiritual connection. There is the passionate, lustful connection. They have a wall up because they know they can be vulnerable. And the truth is, the entire time, they have been vulnerable. They were just denying it. Here I see with the King of Cups, now this is somebody who's grown up. They are bold. They are just wiser. This person has grown up. And they realize that you have the power of making their heart absolutely emotional. You can make or break them. This is what they feel. This is what they know. You have the power of giving them the love and the light that they need, but they also are wanting to offer you a cup of love now because of the type of individual you are. They see everything in you as perfect. Seven of Wands, there is a little bit of struggle. Yes, there's other people involved here that may be causing disruption, agreements, disagreements, distrust. But going forward, things are going to get better because this is the same individual. They were with you at some point in time, either physically or energetically. Then there was this absence. They were gone for a while. It is that same person, Libra, who is going to come back into your life. Yay! Excellent job. I love it. I love it. I really like the fact that your person of interest here is going through this little bit of a phase, right? They're realizing that, you know what? I can't not love this person. I do love them. What am I doing? Because eventually they're going to lose you. This is what happens. People lose people when you don't stay on point, when you don't chase, right? Your person of interest here was trying to keep their distance in order to be safe emotionally. Little did they know that they are going to fall head over heels for you, that they are going to miss you. I do see this person reaching out to you at some point in time. They're going to come back into your life. Now, if you are resonating with the majority of this reading, most likely this is going to happen. If you are not, your variation could be a little different. Don't worry about it. It still seems to be quite positive. Sorry, I have to keep clearing my throat, guys. If I keep pausing, it just takes forever to put the files together. I swear it's so difficult. Oh. All right. Let's have a look. I have here Archangel answer cards. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right, these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. Interesting. You got abundance once again. It could be that, things are going to work out nice for you in terms of finances. In case you are hoping and desiring for something to come through regarding abundance, I do see abundance is a theme because it's come up before too. Okay, interesting. Abundance, perfect timing, improving health, let go. Followed by ask your angels. Then we have the situation will improve. After that, we have get more information. All right. I did have to pause. So, we have here abundance. First card's the strongest. It does appear that there's going to be some type of abundance that's going to be granted to you or given to you, showered upon you. This is going to happen in divine timing. So when the time is right, it will occur. Now we also have here improving health. Some of you, because of this connection, it's been very draining on you. So some of you have gone through a few things where it's affected your mind, body, spirit, and your soul, and there's just this misalignment. Nothing feels right anymore. Everything just feels off a little bit. What I'm seeing is the solar system right now, and I'm seeing like a little planet that's a little loose, like a loose screw, and it squeaks. Or you know what? It's like a squeaking wheel, like a bicycle. When the bicycle has a loose kind of, I don't know what they're called, the gear, whatever, but it's loose and makes a squeaky sound. That's what I'm hearing right now with the planets. I'm seeing a solar system, and one of the little planets, it's like a loose wheel. It just makes that squeaking sound. It's not, so something inside of you, okay, your mind, body, spirit, your soul, there's something out of alignment. Don't worry about it. There are ways of fixing this and aligning it all up. Don't worry about it. Improving health means that your health will be improving. As long as you, what do you have to do? You have to let go. That's the key. You have to let go of this individual and the way you think about them in order for you to focus on yourself. It's very important that you focus on yourself by letting go. Now, by letting go of this individual, that also means that you're going to be focusing not only on yourself, but on your health as well. By letting go, you're also going to allow this person, remember, what? To miss you. Now remember, with the Six of Cups, they are missing you, aren't they? Because while they're in the state of the Four of Swords, they are resting, recuperating, regenerating. They are just a hermit. And what would happen if you bothered a hermit in between? They're not going to really think so much about you. They're going to be like, oh, there's this person again. I can't deal with this person right now. You need to literally let go, keep that distance from this person so that they miss you. That's what's needed here. That's the strategy here. The let go card usually I've seen the angels use as a strategy. Letting go. You can also ask your angels for help, for advice. We do this through the power of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. They do work for them. Jesus and God, who we call God. They're the managers, and then we have the employees, which are the angels. Now, we do not worship angels, but you can always request, give them the highest level of respect. Within a split second, you will be in their energy. Also, give them permission to help you. You will get answers. You will ask your angels, and the answers you will be getting intuitively. This could be in your mind, in your heart. It could be outside sounds. It could be a billboard while you're driving. It could be lyrics on the radio. It could be anything. But whatever it is, it will resonate with you at that moment in time, and you will know that this message is meant for you specifically. Here, we also have the situation will improve. That is a straight up sentence right there. Okay, this is really good. The situation will improve. Get more information. Now, this is interesting because this tells me, usually this card comes up when there's a lack of information in a particular situation. So there's something here that you are unaware of. There's something here that you need to know about. And once you know it, you will be able to handle it and tackle it. We have here the situation will improve. Get more information. The information can come from friends, family, people, online resources. What is this information about? It could be something related to this connection, maybe the way the communication was in this connection, maybe the problems that this person was facing. It could be their health-related problems, their family dynamics, their trauma. You did have illness, wellness. It could be anything. But whatever sort of intuitive messages you get, you will know instinctively that this is what I have to look at. And once you get that information, things in your heart and your mind are going to start to get more clear. You're going to start to feel that, okay, all of this does make sense. We also have here big, happy changes. There's going to be changes. They're going to be big, and you're going to be happy about it. Libra, not bad. Not bad at all. I do see here improving health. That is very much needed. But it's also important for you to take a step back from this person, because at some point it got a little toxic. It got a little negative. And health is wealth. Health is happiness. You take care of yourself first. That's what the angels want you to do here. You take care of yourself first. For those of you that feel that there are negative energies in your life that may be causing this imbalance, I do have a package, and the package is called the Chakra Checkup Package. Now, the Chakra Checkup Package is to teach you how to get rid of negative energies from your home, around your aura, and inside of your body, which is your chakra centers. They are associated to your bodily functions, and I have the ability of having a look remotely, wherever you are living. I can see the negative energies, how many you have, what type you have, and I teach you how to get rid of these things. And it's very important so that all of you, right, it's back and aligned. And it's important to reboot your system right now, because while this person is recuperating and regenerating and just staying quiet, this is your time to focus on yourself and to fix yourself up. Because this person and this situation, for some of you, it has been very draining. There's a lot of stress, anxiety, depression, and it has caused a lot of problems for some of you, not all of you. For those of you that may need that, feel free to have a look at my website. Have a look at the package called Chakra Checkup. And I'm going to be adding in a bonus reading for you. So this is Doreen Virtue's Archangel Therapy Cards. Any messages that the angels have to give to you, this is from Archangel Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel, that they feel is important for you in the coming year and beyond. Aha, very interesting. Be willing to forgive. Oh my goodness gracious me. Twin flames. So definitely this is a past life spiritual connection, or just simply a spiritual connection that you have. You might not have had a past life with this person, but you do have a spiritual connection with this individual. First card's the strongest. Here we have be willing to forgive. Now the easiest way I've learned over the years, and in the Bible, it's the easiest way Jesus tells us to have compassion for the person. Compassion is huge. If you have compassion, if you put yourself in that mindset, you realize that, you know what, this person has gone through something. Had they known better, they wouldn't have done that. So they didn't really know what they were doing. Maybe they did. Some things can be forgiven, guys. We know that, right? Some things are just absolutely unforgivable. As a human, I would say that, right? But having compassion and literally feeling sorry for the person, that you know what, they just didn't know any better. That is the easiest way to forgive somebody, if you are willing to forgive. If you don't forgive, you usually have this negative energy bubble that orbits around you. It's like a grudge. It always stays. But once you get rid of that, you yourself will feel a bit better and lighter. We have here, ask the angels to clear your mind and your body of past pain in exchange for peacefulness. Now, when you ask your angels, we do not pray to angels. Through the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, these angels are the employees, they are the employers. So, you can ask through the power of ... but then you ask the angels to help. Okay? Sorry, guys. We also have here a really amazing card. This usually never comes up, but this is a very strong card to have. Twin Flame. Not all of you are going to be twin flames, but the element that is inside of you and around you could be an essence of a twin flame. I've had readings where I've done past life readings for people who are, for example, soulmates, but they may be soulmate and they also have 10% of a twin flame element, which is, for me, that's a weird thing, but I've seen the numbers and that's what I see. So they may have an element or the essence of a twin flame, and yet the majority of them are actually, they're just a soulmate. And by saying just a soulmate, it doesn't make anybody less. Everybody thinks that, oh, we are twin flames. It's not always the case. The feelings and emotions I've seen of everybody that's from a past life spiritual connection, they are very, very strong. Any sort of spiritual connection is always strong because it's coming from a soul level. We also have here the answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. So who do you forgive? You forgive that person who you have a very strong connection with, who has truly broken your heart in a way. You have a past life spiritual connection with this individual. Some of you have gone through a lot and you've not been able to forgive this person. I would recommend you try your best to forgive. And then you will be able to at least energetically move on. And that sense of unhealthy feeling, that really terrible feeling that you've been going through, that will also start to fade away over time. Time heals wounds, and sometimes it doesn't because we don't want to let it go. Well, what happens? We waste our lives. We waste every second that we were born. There's no use. Make yourself someone who makes a difference, right? Everybody has a mission. Everybody had a purpose. Some people don't know their purpose. Right now I have a pause on it, but I do life purpose readings to see what it is that you're actually meant to do. But part of this is it too. Part of this is for you to learn a lesson. And this is not you being punished in any way. This is you just simply going through the motions as a soul. The soul's goal is to be bigger and better than what it was before. You right now are the body. The body's like the machine. Your spirit is the electricity that is charging the machine. And the processing unit or the program is like the mind, the soul that you have. That's the being itself. We're just animated because we have a spirit. But the true nature of you is your soul. It's been there, done that. It is older and wiser than many other things. So do listen to it, do appreciate it, and do what your heart desires, but also take care of yourself. It's not just about the physical being that we have. There's many things that make us who we are. And it's important as the year starts and going forward, health is wealth and health is happiness. You take care of yourself first. And from there, everything that is good, everything that is owed to you karmically, that is written in your book of life, it will be attracted to you and it will come to you. Libra, my dear, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situations. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. It was a very different type of reading. Also, for those of you who are new, I do have another channel called Asnointia Audio. The link is below. I have some videos on there related to relationship-related advice, past life spiritual connections, as well as what and who are twin flames. Oh yeah, that's probably something I should be advertising. I just realized I put that up just a while ago. What and who are twin flames? How to recognize twin flames. So I do have that up as well. And of course, I was going to say what and who are negative energies, how to recognize and remove negative energies. I have packages on that as well. Please have a look for those of you who are new on my website. I do have some packages that you can place an order for, and I will get to you accordingly. All right. You all take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys again. Bye now.